Hello guys, New Apple Times here, welcome to a new video, and today we are going to talk about WWDC 2020 and what we can expect of the keynote that has been confirmed for June 22nd. Okay, so this keynote is gonna be very exciting for a few reasons. First of all is that Apple was very rumored, there were very strong rumors that Apple will have held a keynote on March 31st. However, with all that's going on in the world right now, it had to be cancelled. And yeah, so Apple had some products that they were ready to launch. They already launched some of them, like the iPad Pro and some other. But there are many other hardware products that Apple is still having to launch, and there's gonna be a keynote in a week. So yeah, WWDC is traditionally a software keynote where they announce the latest versions of iOS, macOS, tvOS, watchOS, and since last year iPadOS. I will have a separate video covering what we can expect from iOS 14, so you can see it here. And yeah, but this year we're also expecting some hardware and actually some very exciting one. So let's see what we can expect. So probably the most exciting for me would be the AirPods Studio. These will be Apple's over-ear headphones, and they are likely to launch either now in WWDC or in September. So 9to5Mac found in the iOS 14 beta code these glyphs here that depict what could be the icon that could be used maybe in settings or in the battery widget or some other places in iOS. And yeah, they look very familiar. However, they have some very exciting features that we could expect. So first of all, the first thing that gets your attention from this glyph is that it's in two colors, black and white. So this could mean that Apple offers them in black and white, unlike the current AirPods that Apple is only offering in white. Some rumor features besides active noise cancellation and transparency mode found on the AirPods are automatic play and pause, also as you can find in the AirPods. However, having a different form factor, there's a different way of telling when you have them on or not. So they would likely have some type of neck recognition, maybe via sensors in the ring itself. And yeah, they would just be able to recognize when you put them resting in the neck and then post your audio, and when you put them back on, then resume the audio. Some other rumor features were that they would have detachable ear things that could be replaceable. Not a lot has sound about that, but it's a possibility. Then also they will feature the H1 chip, just like the AirPods Pro and the second generation AirPods, and that will allow them to have Hey Siri built in, of course. Of course, we can expect a really deep iOS and basically Apple operating system integration, for example showing the battery in the battery widget in iOS as currently AirPods do, and very fast pairing just like AirPods do. Also, charging remains a mystery on how it will be done, so the Beats Solo Pro, which are the closest earphones to this right now, do charge via a lightning port. However, AirPods charge wirelessly, and of course being Apple I would expect that they charge wirelessly. However, it's hard to say how they would do it. Maybe I'm thinking either they can fold up, and once they fold up you can put it in a wireless charging pad. However, that's kind of weird, and maybe it has some kind of stand where you just place them and put them to charge. We don't know, but we'll see. Pricing is rumored at $350, which is quite some money. However, it's not rare to find very pro headphones at this price, and being that they would be targeted for pros, it's not, and that it's Apple, it's not weird to think that they would be sold at this price. I'm personally very excited for this. It's probably the product that I'm most excited about, the ones that I'm gonna mention now. So I will probably get them if they are announced. Well, if they are announced, I will get them. And I will be reviewing them and unboxing them. I'm doing many videos about them in this channel. So if you don't want to miss them, you should probably hit that subscribe button down there somewhere. Now to the next product, which are the AirTags. AirTags are this Apple Tile-like device that have been rumored for almost a year now actually. And yeah, they actually, the launch has been imminent in September. They said that they will launch in September. Apple probably decided to push it back in the last minute, and they haven't been launched so far. But we know so much about this, including that they will have integration with the Find My app that was redesigned in iOS 13, and that they will probably have either a replaceable battery or a charge similarly to the Apple Watch with a magnetic charger, And also the naming remained a mystery. It was thought maybe AirTags or something. However, Apple itself leaked it in a support video back in April, and it's finally gonna be called AirTags. Also, 9to5Mac found these screenshots of the Find My app, that it's probably how you would configure them, and the code name that was internally used at Apple was B389. Some confirmed features include AR viewing with your iPhone, that would be easy to locate if it's in the same room, and of course they would work by connecting to other Apple devices and sending a signal from that Apple device to your Apple device to let them know where they are. So this would be able to attach to keys or other pretty much any item, and actually there's also rumors that they would be completely waterproof, so that extends the range of devices where you can attach it to. This that I told you is the latest info we had. However, in September last year I recorded a video about a lot of info that was discovered by 9to5Mac and Mac Rumors, and you can see it either here or down below in the description. Again, if Apple announces this in the WWDC, I will be getting them and doing a very intensive coverage of them in the channel, so subscribe if you don't want to miss it. And next we jump into the HomePod Mini. So this HomePod Mini has been rumored for quite some time because Apple HomePod, even though it sounds amazingly well, oh my god, it's very pricey and of course cannot compete with the €40 or $40 Amazon Echo Dot or Google Home Mini. So Apple is planning on releasing a cheaper one, probably around half price. I'd bet $150 to $200 actually. And yeah, of course, less price would also mean less sound quality, although being Apple, I expect some very good sound quality nevertheless. And it would feature 2 tweeters instead of 7 that the current HomePod has. Regarding the form factor, as we can see in this concept, it would be pretty much just like the current HomePod is, just smaller. Probably I would also get it if Apple announced it, so you know what to do. And next are some rumors that we found out just this week, and is that Apple might be introducing a new redesigned iMac. And this is very exciting because the current iMac design has been around since 2012, which is 8 years now. And actually that design was just a small iteration over the previous design with thinner bezels. But looking at it through the front, the design has been pretty much unchanged since 2007. So we're talking 13 years there, that for any tech actually is just an insane amount of time. We're talking the very same year that the original iPhone was launched, and we'll know how that has evolved in 13 years. So we don't know a lot about this design, but we do know that the design language will be similar to the iPad Pro, so likely with square bezels and be more squared at the back instead of more round that it is now, and also that the bezels will be very thin, reminiscing those on the Pro Display XDR. Whether or not it will have a chin is still a mystery. I do like a lot this concept though, that has a reduced chin compared to the one that the iMacs have nowadays. And some internal features that we learned about is that they would be packing AMD Navi GPUs and a T2 chip, that is Apple's custom chip for Touch ID and other security things. I don't know if it would have Touch ID, probably because there is also rumored a new Magic Keyboard and Magic Mouse for the Mac. However, Touch ID is still a mystery. And also, Apple will be ditching Fusion Drive forever, which is this hybrid technology between hard drive and SSD, and they would be going in favor of SSDs as, for example, the MacBook Pros and pretty much every other Mac has nowadays. Also, the current iMac has been running low on stock the last few days, so this could mean that the launch is imminent. So imminent that the rumored launch date is June 23rd, which is just one day after the keynote. And that's everything we know for now about the redesigned iMac. However, we will be learning all the new details in just a week. Speaking of the Mac, another rumor that we've had for ages now was that Apple would be switching to ARM Macs, which would basically mean Macs with Apple's design chips. And this is very exciting news because Apple does some very good job with the iPhone chips and iPad chips, and it makes a lot of sense that they would do their own chips for the Mac. And this announcement could actually come in WWDC, even though the products themselves wouldn't come out until 2021. The first Macs to feature one of these chips would likely be the 12-inch MacBook, which I thought it was there already, but apparently it isn't. And these chips would not also mean a very big improvement in performance, but also in battery life. And last but not least, or actually is it least, it's an Apple TV 6. So the current Apple TV, which is the Apple TV 4K, was launched back in 2017, which is 3 years now, and the new one is rumored to include an A12X chip, which is the same one that the 2018 iPad Pros pack. Not much more is known, only that it will pack 64GB and 128 instead of the 32 and 64 that the current models include. Another rumor that has been going on for some time is that Apple will be ditching the Siri remote because it's gotten so many complaints from users. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't hate it as much as some other people do, however my parents have some really tough time using it. So yeah, it's probably that remote would get a brand new redesign for this new Apple TV. Another rumor is that Apple was working on a custom gaming remote, so we could also see that alongside this new Apple TV. And leaker John Prosser tweeted on May 7th that the Apple TV 6 was ready to launch, so even if it's not mentioned at the keynote, because we saw that there's so much to announce, so either the keynote is like 5 hours long or they will not have time to announce everything. So even though it may not be mentioned at the keynote, it's probably gonna be made available right after the keynote. But yeah, that was a very long video actually, so thank you very much if you stuck around until this point. And yeah, so what's your favorite device out of all of these that I mentioned? Are you excited for one of them? Will you buy some of them when they come out? Please let me know down below in the comments. But yeah, we have a couple weeks now that will be very exciting because we have WWDC coming up in just a week. I'm so excited for that, oh my god. And we will be seeing all these new products that I will be reviewing, so don't forget to subscribe down below to not miss my coverage on those. But we will also be seeing the new versions of iOS, iPadOS, watchOS, tvOS, macOS, audioOS. So many OSs at this point. But yeah, so I will also be doing some coverage on those. I have my iPhone 6s ready to install the beta profile and just download the betas and show you guys the new features. So yeah, thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.